Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all the brand new Bracket Busters players coming out today here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. We got 5 pink diamonds instead of 6 in today's drop. Also only 5 opals instead of 6. 2 dark matters, 100 overall, and then obviously the free Galaxy Opal Christian Laettner that you can get in TTO co-op. So yeah, I would say it's an okay drop. Unfortunately, the pink diamonds themselves are not that exciting of names or anything like that. So I don't think this drop is going to be like last week's where there's a ton of good pink diamond cards to interact with, even if you don't want to gamble. And considering, I think, as good as these top tier cards are any of them particularly insanely special compared to cards that we already have out? In my opinion, the answer to that is probably not. So definitely, again, going to recommend that people stay away from gambling and don't open packs. But yeah, let's hop right into it. Let's check out these pink diamonds first. Starting off with George Niang, 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan at small forward. He's a little short, I guess, but he's actually got really good athletic ability, better than I would have anticipated for sure for a George Niang card. Shooting wise, obviously exceptional, which is what I expected. And then playmaking badges, admittedly could use a little bit work. A bunch of gold badges, no handles for days or speed booster at all. But off anchor, brick wall, movable enforcer, post lockdown. He's surprisingly souped. I don't know. I kind of expected this card to have like 15 shooting badges on Hoff and nothing else on Hoff, but apparently not. I mean, he's actually very well rounded and has legit athletic ability, pretty versatile defender, can guard on the interior. Now, I will say, without handles for days or speed booster at all on the card, it's hard to justify adding those types of badges to a pink diamond at this point in the year. So without those badges, I think he's a little limited because the animations don't look too incredible or anything. So I don't know. We'll give him a chance. We'll probably do gameplay with him some point in the next couple of days. He could be decent. I think he'll be a solid enough card, but probably not insane. I will say Ray from the Friends might be the pink diamond that I am personally the most excited about having the most potential as an overall actual card because he's got an elite level release and he's a great shooter. He's 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan at the center power forward spot. Speed wise, he's more of a center, a little slower. So hopefully he can play that position. He's got Hoff, back down punisher, master, post spin, rise up, bunch of shooting badges, blow by, as well as anchor, movable enforcer, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser. Like, he is really, really good in terms of Hall of Fame badges as a shooter, as a defender, even solid finishing badges as well. Really, really nice to see him be a well-rounded, good card. 85 dunk. 93 ball and really good versatile defense as well. Amazing release, really smooth release, even on normal. It's legitimately one of the best big man releases in the game. This Malachi Flynn base is just absolutely cash. So he will be a knockdown shooter without a shadow of a doubt, and provides some really good interior ability on both ends of the court as well. Has got pretty good speed. I'll just say, this card is like a better version of that pink diamond Nikola Vucevic that came out a couple weeks ago. He's like a better version of a Wang Zizi, for example. Really, really interesting, good card. This is definitely probably the best of the pink diamonds today. Realistically, I would think Rayful Fence is probably your best option. Steve Blake, Joakim Noah, and Kirk Heinrich are the other 3. Joakim Noah is interesting to me. I'm going to be honest. Steve Blake and Kirk Heinrich, y'all are going to have to impress me. Otherwise, I don't have high hopes for these cards. 94 speed, 94 excel, 94 speed ball, 93 3 ball, 80 driving dunk. Defensively, very good, or very solid anyway. He's got Hoff clamps, glove, and then right stick gripper, as well as a bunch of playmaking badges, bunch of shooting badges. Finishing wise, not amazing, but he does at least have gold poster as a precision dunker. He'll dunk when he's wide open, but he's not going to be some electric slasher at all. Doesn't have movable enforcer at all. Needs brick wall. Ooh. I don't think Jerry Vanderbilt base on normal is going to cut it. I'm going to be honest. I do not think that release is good enough to cut it at this point in the year. I just think that base on normal is just not going to be that fast. So in my personal opinion, I'm going to find it very hard to get excited about that type of card, to be honest. So very small without a great release. That's not going to really cut it. Joakim Noah, 6'11", 7'1" wingspan, 88 speed, 84 excel. Honestly, he's very similar to Rafe LaFrance. He's just a better defender, not as good of a shooter as Rafe LaFrance is. A little more versatile as a playmaker, I guess. Still needs bailout and handles for days, though. Doesn't have any shooting badges, so like Agent 3 blinders, limitless range. He has some, but I mean, he doesn't have any. The key ones is my point. Hoff rise up at least is very nice. 90 standing dunk. Defensively, he's absolutely incredible. That's where his value comes, is on the defensive end of the court, and his versatility defensively, ability to step on the floor, on the perimeter with badges like clamps, flash feet, glove, right stick gripper, that type of stuff. He will be a really versatile, athletic, defensive like 4 or 5. I think release wise, he fits more at the 5. Defensively, he probably fits a little more at the 4 skill set wise. But Al Horford base, Default big upper. I don't expect that to be a very good release. So I think without great SIGs nor a great release, you're probably a little limited in what Joakim can do, but he's not, doesn't look terrible. I just think Rafe LaFrance is probably honestly a better all-around card. And then Kirk Heinrich is 6'4", 6'8", 6'6" wingspan at the point guard position. I mean, that's not awful size. 95 speed, 83 ball. Wish it was an 85, but 80 isn't bad. I'm sorry, 80 driving dunk. Wish that was an 85, like I said. 95 3 ball, Hoff, limitless, agent 3, blinders, catch and shoot, deadeye, all that type of stuff. Blow by, speed booster, really good defensive badges, bunch of defensive badges. Wow, golden movable enforcer as well. He's actually really good. What is this card's release? KCP base. That's not a bad base. That's a good base. D-book dribble style. Kemba. Ooh, Kemba escape. Wiggins behind the back. This card's actually really good. This card's actually very, very solid. Definitely better than Steve Blake at least. He is a decent point guard. Good release. Golden movable enforcer. Versatile defender. Can dunk the ball okay. Like, this card's not bad at all. I don't know if he's great, but he's definitely not bad. These pink diamonds are okay. LaFrance is definitely the best. He's the one that I think has the potential to impact a lot of teams as like an elite level buyable card. The other four are like okay-ish, but not great is how I would describe the pink diamonds. Christian Laettner is 6'11" with a 7'1" wingspan, 88 speed, 96 3 ball, 85 dunking, 95. A really good defense as well. Honestly, this card is very similar to that Rafe LaFrance. Bunch of finishing badges, bunch of shooting badges, and bunch of defensive badges. Playmaking could leave a little to be desired, but isn't terrible. Could probably add handles for days, space creator. He's not missing much badge-wise at all, though. Has golden movable enforcer, I believe. Oh, he hasn't been updated, actually. His next badge has not been updated yet. Hopefully he's got Hoff. We'll see. This is the free card, so ideally he's very good. This Winion Gabriel base, Christian, oh, it's the jumper that he already had earlier this year. Honestly, if I remember correctly, it was pretty good. It's all very quick now. That's going to be a dub. D-Book Laettner, that's going to be a huge W, obviously. Love to see a great fade. Harden behind the back, Curry's drag back, and MJ dribble style. Wow, this card's actually really good at the power forward position. This is another really good reward card. That is one area in which 2K has done a really good job this season, is making a lot of the reward cards very, very good. Very, very rewarding. And this Christian Laettner definitely, I think, falls in line with that really, really nice free card from TTO Co-op. So not a bad option there at all. Now we get to all the gambling cards, which are these top 8 cards in this promo, unfortunately. So obviously not ideal. Big names, yes, but certainly not where you want these cards to be, or how you want them attained. Tyler Hansbrough is only 6'9" at power forward, 6'11" wingspan. He's a little small, but he's got 95 speed, great finisher. Elite versatile defender as well. This card is super duper souped. Agent 3 catch and shoot, limitless blow by and speed booster on Hoff. Every gold badge in those areas that you need as well. He's one of the more complete cards in the game, especially at the power forward position. Missing almost nothing. Legitimately almost nothing. He comes with almost every single badge in the game. And really has all the key ones everywhere you need them. The defense is really what makes this card interesting to me, though. Not to mention JT Thor base, Tari Easton upper on very quick, incredible fade. MJ's fade is not great, but incredible release, I should say. MJ dribble style, Kemba escape, good behind the back, probably. I would assume that's probably a Jamal Murray, honestly. It would not surprise me in the slightest. And then Harden's drag back. Honestly, very solid 6. All the way around, really, really, really good 6. Really good animations. Great release. Great stats and badges at power forward. I understand he's a little undersized, but he's one of the best power forwards in the game. Without a doubt. Psycho T is amazing. Shane Battier, 6'8", 6'10", wingspan, shooting guard. That's just size and versatility. Defense at the shooting guard position. Hoff anchor, challenger, brick wall, immovable enforcer, clamps, fast feet, glove, interceptor, pick dodge, post, lockdown, right stick ripper, etc. Really crazy good there. Hoff blow by, speed booster, bunch of shooting badges, bulldozer, fast twitch, post drag, precision dunker as well. 94 speed, 93 3 ball, 95 driving dunk. Defensively, absolutely phenomenal. Big 6'8" shooting guard, good release, Kobe dribble style. Hopefully a decent escape. Hopefully this is the Jimmy escape and not one of the bad pro escapes. Normal fade, Curry step back, pro behind the back. Hopefully that's Jamal Murray's behind the back. The Curry jag back is really good. This card looks phenomenal as well. Honestly, I'm looking at these cards so far. All of these opals are really good because I know Danny Ferry, Chet Holmgren, and Brandon Miller are all going to be really good as well. This is one of those sets where if you're going to interact with this set, the only way in which I would recommend interacting with this set is locking in these pink diamonds. That's the only reason that I could see a justification to lock in this set. Or to do anything with this set, in all honesty. Obviously, I don't think these cards are good enough or worth opening packs for, but at the same time, I mean, there's only 5 pink diamonds. They're not insanely expensive. This is the type of thing that you could grind MT for and do no money spent to get yourself a free opal or theoretically better from this drop. So to me, that is not a horrible idea, especially with how good these opals are this week. But I obviously still would not gamble for the cards. 6'9" shooting guard, 7'1" wingspan is Brandon Miller. Obviously, he is Paul George light. His stats and badges are going to be very good all the way around. Very well-rounded card, can do everything on the court at a high level, and yes, he can. He's got golden movable enforcer as well. That's a big badge. Really nice to see that on him. yeah. I mean, release is actually very solid. I remember his release on his Ruby being really good, and that was on normal. Now he's got D-Book dribble style, Curry's escape, hopefully Jamal Murray behind the back, I don't know, and then Harden step back. Pro 3 fade is not a fade I will admit that I absolutely love, but they seem to be giving it to a bunch of cards, so it must be pretty good. I don't know why they keep adding Pro 3 fade to so many cards recently, though. 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, Danny Ferry. He's a small forward. He's got a lot of size. A lot of athletic ability, 95 driving dunk, really good finishing badge. Shooting wise, same thing, 97 3 ball, amazing shooting badges. Hoff blow by, handles for days, and speed booster, as well as all the defense in the world. Hoff movable enforcer. I mean, at this point in the year, every card is just coming souped to the gills in terms of stats and badges. Torian Prince base. Ooh, I like that Torian Prince base. This is going to be a money jumper, I can guarantee you. Nate Robinson's fade, which is elite going, especially to the left. Same fade that Tyrese Thomas got last week. And overall, Sigs look really good on him. Steps behind the back, good moving hezzy, means that he's going to be able to same side burst. And overall, really, really good looking card. I think he's going to be a stud, and I have high hopes for Danny Ferry as a small forward option. But again, he is a gambling only card. Chad Holmgren, 7'1", 7'6" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere. Again, very well rounded in terms of his badges. Has the key finishing badges, rise up, posterizer, precision dunker. He's got Agent 3 blinders, catch, corner, deadeye, limitless claymore, speed booster, ton of defense, including the movable force around Hoff, brick wall on Hoff. He doesn't have the weakness issue that he had in his pink diamond with 68 strength. Now it's an 84. He's got the Hoff brick wall, the Hoff immovable, all that type of stuff. This card is much more versatile as a center option than his pink diamond was with his size and now his eliteness on the interior. But I also think his ability to step out at the 4, put the ball on the floor, Kobe dribble style, which is a good push cross, hopefully a decent pro escape. John Wall's drag back, maybe a good behind the back, really nice release on very quick. Now that he's got that ability to stretch the floor, I really think he does still fit very well at the power forward position. All of these opals this week are really, really darn good. I'm not going to lie. Chet, Ferry, B. Miller, Shane Battier, and Tyler Hansbrough are all amazing, but they are the only way I would recommend interacting with this content, like I said, is by locking in the set of the pink diamonds. That is it. Adam Morrison is 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere, 33 Hoffs, or I guess 38 Hoffs. Include really everything important. Everything that you need as a card is pretty much on Hall of Fame on this card. He comes with every single badge in the game except for Rise Up and I guess Hook Specialist added. Yeah, I mean, he's as good as it's going to get pretty much. Defensively, he's absolutely phenomenal. 95 driving dunk, 97 3 ball, 95 speed, 94 excel, 95 steal ball. At this point in the year, all these cards are in-game card basically. I will say, kind of surprised that they didn't change the base on this card on his jump shot, but they left it the same, which means it still has that ugly base that kind of limits his jumper just a little bit. So even on very quick, the jumper still is not going to be all that great. But Kobe fade, Kyrie dribble style, Trey escape, elite level animations all the way around. I'm sure the behind the back is Jamal Murray because that's what he already had in his pink diamond. He is a phenomenal card, one of the best small forwards in the game without a doubt, and obviously still, in my opinion, not at all worth gambling for. Carmelo Anthony, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan. I know that people are annoyed about not being able to get Carmelo Anthony because he is getting kept behind gambling. Real shame, obviously. Very disappointing by 2K, but we can't be gambling for this card. It's not worth it. The odds of getting him are going to be too low. It's just not worth it. It's not worth gambling for these cards. Hoff Bulldozer, Precision Dunker, Posterizer, Whistle, Asia 3 blinders, catch, deadeye, guard up, limitless range, open look, slippery, off ball, space creator. Playmaking badges are complete. Defense is as good as you will ever see a Carmelo card defensively with every single important defensive Hoff badge in the game pretty much. At this point in the year, what a player is good at in real life doesn't really matter because they're going to be good at everything in my team, and Carmelo Anthony certainly is. Elite level release, we always know his jump shot is great, and it's on very quick now. D-Book dribble style, Pro 2 fade, Kobe escape, probably very good behind the back. His animations are phenomenal, and he is a top-tier shooting guard in the game. Shooting guard position is super deep, though, between all the gambling cards, but also a bunch of good non-gambling cards as well. In my opinion, the shooting guard position is super deep, not really a position of need, so Carmelo, despite how good he is, certainly not worth gambling for, and not that big of a deal at the position. And then finally, Magic is 100 overall, 6'9" point guard. Obviously, this card is really good just because of the size and the overall stats and badges, which are obviously incredible. He is one of the most versatile and elite cards in all of my team in terms of his on-the-paper stuff, which is as good as all the other 100 overalls, incredibly complete, near perfect in almost every single way. The one thing you can nitpick with him, as has been the case with pretty much all of these 100 overalls, has been their release. I think T-Mac is the only one that I would truly say has come out with a great release. Magic's release as well, even on very quick, is just not that good. It's kind of a baited release, but it is also a good thing that they gave him his own base to keep him from being too ridiculously overpowered or anything along those lines. pretty much the best Sigs in the game, of course. Great animations. I do think he's going to be a phenomenal card, but he's obviously going to pretty much not exist as well. I'm sure I'll get gameplay with him at some point, but in general, again, this is a good drop. It's a very high tier drop with a lot of good high tier cards. Pink Diamonds, admittedly, are a little bit of a letdown, which is kind of more in line with what we've been seeing over the last month or so, except for obviously last week. But at least there is a very good Pink Diamond in Rafe LaFrance, one really good Pink Diamond big. We need more viable bigs, so getting a really good one is nice. Outside of that, obviously, all of the Opals, Dark Matters, and 100 overall are all incredible, but not worth gambling for in the slightest. Highly encourage people not to open packs, and yeah. It's going to be another Friday of this. Interested to see what next week's content and next week's news brings, to be honest, because that is going to be a big deal in terms of the, honestly, future of this mode, I think, in a lot of ways, for a lot of people to see what's coming in Season 6. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.